Hey everyone! In Gibbets, there are two main modes, Studio Mode and Quick Create Mode. Studio Mode lets you create three different types of videos, news, storytelling, and explainer videos. Quick Create Mode allows you to batch create videos using one of those three methods, and when you create them, it will generate. You can create up to 5 videos at once. This is for those of you who want to use the batch creation feature to make multiple videos. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through each creation method in detail, as well as how to configure everything for the best writing results. To distinguish between the video types, news videos focus on presenting news articles or reports as videos, while storytelling videos are more about telling short stories or fairy tales for kids, or for those of you building a kids channel. Next are explainer videos, which focus on explaining an event or a particular subject. The script is designed specifically to suit this type of explainer video. To use it, I'll demo the most basic feature, which is creating short news clips for you guys. To do this, you'll click on the Studio menu, which is already configured specifically for news content. So if you want to make a news video, it's really easy. You just click on a website. For example, if I want to turn this article into a news video, I'll copy the link and paste it into the import section here. Then you'll select Import URL. We can import from a file or from a URL. If you're working with news, importing from a URL is the easiest. When you click Import, you'll see the article's content appear here. And if the article has images, they'll be transferred to the Media section here. You can see the Media section. You can click to edit or delete the media, or you can search for more media. For example, you can search for media for that article. Like for instance, it's RAM, right? You can add it in. For example, you can add RAM chips into your video. So for example, I'll select a few things to add to the video. You don't have to add anything if you don't want to, but adding media will make your video richer and more visually appealing. Once you're done, just close it, and you'll see that there are 7 media items here. Next, take a look at the configuration section. Here, you can set up general configurations for all the video clips created by the script using the configuration tool over here. You can configure the video length and the voiceover. You can click on them and listen to find the voice that fits best. Jupyter's system supports all languages, like Vietnamese, English, and French, so you can choose whichever you need. Then just pick the voice that matches the language you've selected. You can even import your own custom voice by uploading an MP3 file of your voice. Once you upload it, the system will create a custom voice just for you. For example, here's a voice I created, so I can just click here to use that voice. Next is the section for more detailed configuration of effects. You can also configure the video style and its position here. For example, you can choose whichever effect you want, and you'll be able to see the effect. Once you're satisfied, just click the Apply button here. Next are the watermark and frame ending options, which you can show or hide as well as configure. Once you're done, click Save Config. And next, you'll click the Create Storyboard button. The system will automatically analyze your article. To convert your article into video content, it'll break the article down into different scenes. Here, you'll see how it splits it up. The article is divided into different scenes, and in each scene, you can adjust everything. For example, you can change the image. If you don't like this image, you can pick another one that fits the scene or the layout of this space better. You can choose the layout from the menu here. There are a lot of layouts to choose from. Besides layouts, you can also select the family here. There are many families for you to pick. The system will automatically arrange everything for you, but if you don't like how the system arranges things, you can adjust it yourself. After you've edited the layout, tweaked the hacking, and adjusted the content, you can also modify the void to fit here. You can make adjustments, and once you're satisfied, just click the Render Audio and Video button here. When you render, you can rename your project and update the project description, and you can choose the render quality. There are three render quality options here: basic quality, HD quality, and full HD quality. The higher the quality, the more it costs, and the longer the render time. I'll give you a demo. I'll choose full HD quality and then click the render button. When the system renders, it runs directly on the server, so you don't need to keep your computer on or watch this screen. You can keep working on other projects. Next, I'll continue with another tutorial about clips related to storytelling, or generally, those that focus on telling stories for kids or for people making shorts or TikToks that are story-driven. For those, you'll click the button to open the story-focused studio. You can pick a story. For example, here I've written a story about the ant and the cicada. I'll copy the story content and paste it into the content section here. Then I'll configure it as before. If I don't change anything, I'll just use the same settings. This time I won't select media. When I click the storyboard button, the system will ask if you want to use AI to generate images for the story. You can choose yes or no. If you choose yes, you can pick the style of the images that the AI will create. For example, I can choose this image style. For instance, if I select it, you can pick any style you like. After that, just click the Save and Next buttons. At that point, the system will start creating the story, and based on that storyboard, it'll generate images that match the storyboard. For example, if your storyboard has 10 scenes, it'll create 10 images that correspond exactly to those scenes. And the image creation process will depend on your storyboard. For instance, the more scenes your storyboard has, the longer it will take to generate the images. On average, I've noticed that creating about 10 images takes roughly 30 seconds. So let's wait a bit for it to finish generating, and then we'll take a look at the story. Alright, as you can clearly see here, once your unique story has been fully created by the system, the generated images really do a fantastic job of matching the specific story you originally wanted to tell. You can see this is the realistic image style. And once it's done generating, just like before, you can review and adjust the content however you want. In story creation mode, most of the settings don't display animation. Instead, it focuses on showing images along with subtitles so viewers can follow along. You can adjust these settings if you want. For example, if you don't want the subtitles to display in the default style and prefer a different style, you can change the subtitle settings here. For instance, I can set the subtitles to display in another way, like this, so you can preview it. Once you're satisfied, you can hit Render to start rendering. In this case, I'll choose the lowest quality render just to make it quick, and I'll select Render. The rendering process will begin. Next, I'll show you another tutorial for the third scenario. If you want to explain something, a certain topic, and want viewers to focus on the content you're explaining, you'll click on the Explain feature. For example, if I want to explain the water cycle, I'll copy the explanation content about the water cycle and paste it here. For this explanation scenario, I recommend that when you create the storyboard, you turn off the AI image generation feature, since you won't need it. You'll click Sell and then Next. At this point, the generated effects will look better and will focus more on the content you're explaining. This helps the viewer really enjoy the content you're explaining. For example, you can see the effect that's being generated here. The effect that's generated will focus on the effect you want, so you can choose the effect you prefer from the list of effects here. For example, if you see an effect you like, just select it. When you pick, say, this effect, it will create a scene that fits, and then the content will show up clearly in the video, making it easier for viewers to focus. If you find that the structure of some videos isn't quite right, you can change it to make it feel more suitable. You can skim through, or if you want to see the details, just click the play button here to watch the animation in detail. You can also change the voiceover content here to adjust what the AI reads out loud. Once you've made your adjustments to match the tone, just click Render. I'll also choose low quality so the rendering process is faster. Then, the rendering process will take place on the server, so you don't need to worry about it. After I've shown you the three features in Studio Mode, once you're comfortable with them, you can switch to Quick Creation mode. In Quick Creation, you can create videos in bulk in two ways. First, you can do it by pasting your scripts in. You can paste multiple scripts. For example, you paste in script number 1. Paste in script number cow. You can paste multiple scripts in. You can also schedule when to post that video. For example, here you can post to Facebook Reels, post to YouTube, post to TikTok. You can choose whichever you want. For these accounts, you can click on the icon here to connect them. When you click, it will open the connection page, linking between DipViet and the social media platforms where you have accounts, and it will post through the official API of that social network. If you don't want to post, just turn it off and it won't post. Similarly, you can create as many scripts as you want. Then you just click the Generate button, and it will generate the number of videos that match the scripts you want. Just keep clicking and adding as needed. If you don't want something, you can delete it. The same goes for scripts. If you're working with news, you can click the Turn Article into Video button. Similarly, you can add multiple videos, add multiple article links. For example, you can add in the UL. Add more. When you add more, you can create multiple videos at once, and you can even schedule posts. Just click the Again button to generate them. For example, here it will create 2 videos at the same time, and once they're done, they'll automatically be posted according to the schedule you've set here. You don't need to worry about the videos anymore. Now, let's go back to the project section. As you can see, it has finished generating the video. This file is the highest quality, so the rendering time is a bit long. I'll demo this for you. You can click here to watch, or click the MP4 icon to download it, or click here to download the thumbnail image. You can also click to download the image, download the audio, or download the subtitles. If you've already connected to platforms, you can click the button to post directly to the channels you want. For example, I'll demo posting to YouTube for you. If you click it, it will upload directly to Shorts for you. After uploading, you can click the View button to watch. Usually, a newly uploaded video will need a little time to process. So, after it's done, you'll need to wait about 5 minutes for it to process your video. If the quality is good, it will take a bit to process. Once the videos are posted, you'll see the View icon here. I can click it to show you this video when it's done. See that? It will show up for you. You can also click here. For example, this is a reel. As you can clearly see right here, it will appear almost instantly for you once you're completely done. So this specific tool is really incredibly useful if you want to create high-quality videos very quickly, and it will definitely help you take full advantage of all the features. Platforms like Reels, Sock, or TikTok to make your product or website go viral. Hopefully, after this video, you now clearly understand how to use the DupVit tool. If you need more guidance or have other ideas, please leave a comment below this video. I'll check them out and upgrade the tool to better meet your needs. Goodbye, and see you in my next tutorial videos.